Hey yo guys, so season 1 RTA started this weekend and I thought it's a good time to make a tier list. So this is PvP focused tier list. It also prioritizes free-to-play players. However, this should apply to almost anyone. Generally, you want to pick a playstyle. So you either pick CC, Cleave, or turn 2 Bruiser type of playstyle. Very often your roster or your gear usually picks the playstyle for you. So if you don't have the right characters, you just can't play the certain playstyles. Almost always prioritize light and darkness over RGB characters for skill ups, especially as free to play. I think 9 out of 10 times you want to put your lattices into LD characters. Generally, you want to pick like 5 to 7 characters that you want to heavy invest into, and you kind of aim for a team that consists of 1 to 3 light and darkness SSRs, 1 to 2 RGB SSRs, and then you fill the rest of the team with 3 to 4 SR characters. Again, it completely depends on the roster that you have in your account. Not all SSRs need a lot of lattices as well. So for example, Tiamat, Rahu, Hein, Fuck You, Tsuki, Ninfo, all of these guys can work with 1, 2, 3, or 5 lattices. So keep that in mind. SR characters are often better than SSRs, so make sure to use them. Always fill out your roster with SR characters. They're amazing in this game and must build. Sometimes having a more flexible roster is often better than just one strong character, especially if you're spreading out your lattices. You want to get some characters online so that you have more choices during the pick and ban phase. And of course, if you're in early game, you need to prioritize characters that work for both PvE and PvP. And then when you can clear all of PvE content, you can then just pick some PvP characters that you like and focus on them. So without further ado, the tier list. We have the SR no-brainers tier. These are the best of the best SR characters that you can pretty much invest into and never regret. It consists of Sanya, Viper, Chiaki, Obol, Mizuki, and Kazuyo. Kazuyo is arguably no longer a no-brainer SR, but I still kept it here because I think she's still quite good and she's useful in Doki as well. But if you invest in any of these characters and fully lattice them up, just use them. You can use them for both PvE and PvP. They're extremely good. Obviously, characters like Mizuki, you would only pick if you are playing Bruiser. Same with Obol, but very often you still want all of these 6 characters max so you can counter pick them. So yeah, feel free to invest into these and you will not regret it. And now the tier 1, skill me up. So Plume, Lily, and Lilium. If you have it in your account, skill them up. No questions asked, nothing needs to be said. Just fully skill them up. Maybe not Lily, but Plume and Lilium, you can max skill, no problem. And then Lily, you can skill up her S1 and then maybe S2 if you want. These have uses everywhere in the game. You can play them with any playstyle. They're essentially the best of the best. And if you're decided to play Cleave, then for Cleave, I have a separate tier, which is also the same. They're extremely good for Cleave users, but you wouldn't never invest in these if you're not playing Cleave. So think carefully before you can play Cleave. Do you have the right characters? Do you have the lattices? But this is how I would prioritize my Cleave characters. Messiah is the best and probably the main reason why Cleave is a thing. Freya, the fastest booster. Tsuki, probably second fastest booster after Lily. Then Yeli is the best alternative to Hein. Then we have the new one. She's extremely good, puts attack buff and also CC. So you can also pick her for CC teams. Beyontin allows you to play double Messiah one-shot comps. Hein is second best dispeller after Plume, most likely, for Cleave. Then Ninfo is also one of the best attack buffers in the game right now. So these are all essentially crucial for Cleave players, and you want to build out your roster essentially left to right if you have these characters. And finally, Doki, I put her in Cleave, but she's technically somewhere borderline between being essential for Cleave to being easy, no-brain skill up for anyone. But for now, I think Bruiser players still might want to pick something else over Doki, so I've just kept it here for Cleave players. Then we have tier 2. Again, this tier 2 and tier 1 are not that different in power, just in terms of free-to-play prioritizing lattices and picking who to invest into first. You would always go for the LD characters, then once you've completed these guys or you don't have any more of them, then you would go for something like Holden if you're playing Bruiser, Nahor Mio if you're playing CC, Veronica if you're playing almost any playstyle, and then again Rahu, etc. These are healers or Bruiser type of playstyle. Lingluo is worth mentioning that she's very good with just 4 lattices in skill 1, and you can use her both PvE and PvP. I think it's a small investment. Then we have the new meta tier list. These are going to be the units to watch out for. I don't want to place them anywhere at the moment because we don't have enough information since they've been buffed. But I expect all of these to fall somewhere in the top 3 tiers. Essentially tier 1 for Cleave, maybe her or Bruiser, but you will be seeing a lot of these as people start building them out. Then we have the tier 3. Sometimes you draft this and they can be good, but I would never lattice these up over anything above them. So if you have a lot of lattices, go top to bottom, prioritize these guys, then these guys if you're playing Cleave, then these guys. And then eventually, once everything here is latticed up, and if you're paid to win, maybe you can do that, but it's essentially not possible to fully skill up all these characters yet, unless you buy, and even then you can't do that. Then once you've completed all of this, you can then start thinking about investing into some of these. These can be good, can be very good in some situations as counter picks, etc., but they're just not as essential as anything in these tiers. And then we have the never seen and meme tier. Never invest in these for PvP. You can invest in them for PvE. For example, Fangus, Ditting, etc. Viper is the best PvE character. That's free to play, probably. But for PvP, they're just not useful at all. I wouldn't even probably consider these until I've got a full team built out from this. And yeah, this would be the tier list for Season 1 RTA for free-to-play players. And I guess non-free-to-play players as well. Because if you just prioritize the LDs and then the non-LDs, so RGB characters for your playstyle, that should use up most, if not all, of your lattices. And then you slowly save up the lattices, pick a character, invest into him, and rinse and repeat, and slowly build out your roster like that. Then you can start thinking about, do you need healers, do you need tanks, do you need supports, do you need buffers, debuffers, etc., and then build out your roster from that. The goal, as I mentioned earlier, is to get at least 5-7 characters online so that you can pick them, and then also you want to start building out additional characters so you can counter pick and pick away some stuff from your opponent, because that's essentially necessary if you want to win some matchups, especially if you can counter pick something like Beyontin from the Cleave player to prevent him from being able to tap you if you didn't pre-ban Messiah. That's it for the tier list. I hope you liked it, guys. I wanted to keep it short and concise. Keep an eye out for the new meta characters. They're going to be the sleeper units to watch out for now. Other than that, prioritize everything up here and you should be good to start playing and enjoying RTA and Arena in Etheria Restart. I hope you liked this video. I hope it helped you. Please let me know in the comments how I can do better in the future. And till next one, peace.